Legendary Richtofen. That's what data miners believe to be the next legendary operator in Call of Duty Mobile. Undead Siege drops in just 2 days. We're gonna get the Undead Siege and the zombie mod together. And these things are not coincidences. All these are related to Edward Richtofen's return. There is another hint you may have not noticed, that is, if you go to Harper, you can see hints like perhaps it is a celebrity color, and then within a second it says don't be green-eyed. It just works near the green container. Believe it or not, I believe these are just hints about legendary Richtofen we will soon see in Call of Duty Mobile. Because in Call of Duty World at War and Call of Duty Black Ops, player indicator color of Edward Richtofen is normally green. I also believe Edward Richtofen, this legendary version we are going to talk about, is going to be way different from other legendary operators in Call of Duty Mobile. Because this German scientist appears in Call of Duty franchise in different versions or in different forms. Being one of the major characters in either story, Richtofen serves as the main character in multiple Call of Duty titles, and he is also not just referred as Richtofen, there are multiple versions of him. So we have a Richtofen called Ultimis Richtofen, then we have Primis Richtofen, and also there is an Undead Richtofen. Now when I say Undead Richtofen, you might immediately think of a skin in Call of Duty Mobile, that is this Richtofen turned skin, but I don't think this is Undead Richtofen. This is like a zombified version of Richtofen. And if you're wondering about the other Richtofen we have in the game, which we got it from a battle pass, it's actually the Primis Richtofen. Now here's what I think. If we are going to get legendary Richtofen in Call of Duty Mobile, we better get a chance to customize this character and get whatever our preferred version of the Richtofen. For an example, if you go to customize section, you can see bag, helmet and clothing. If Call of Duty Mobile does this right, for the very first time they might add different clothings for legendary Richtofen so that we could choose either the Ultimis Richtofen, Primis Richtofen or the Undead Richtofen. If we talk more about Richtofen's characteristics, although he got multiple versions, his attitude is always the same. For an example, when he is an evil version, he wants the world to worship him. But if it is a good version, still he wants the world to follow him. So putting the intentions aside, what he wants from others is the same. So I always thought he is a villainous character, whether he is appeared to be good or bad. What are your thoughts about getting legendary Richtofen in Call of Duty Mobile? I believe this is great, and this is high time they should bring a legendary version of a main zombie character in Call of Duty Mobile. Because not only we get both the zombie modes at the same time, we also get the anniversary, and everything is going to be huge. So Call of Duty Mobile is clearly doing the right thing at the right time. Now that we have discussed about legendary Richtofen, let's talk about the next lucky draw that we will see in the store very soon. That is the Chaotic Thorns lucky draw. In this lucky draw, we're gonna get the very first legendary Oden and a brand new director skin. First, let's talk about this Oden. Oden is one of my favorite guns in the game, hands down. It deals a massive damage in one bullet, and if your aim is really good, you'll be the last man standing. Now, if you talk about the theme of this legendary Oden, I'm a little confused because we are talking about some chaotic thorns. So what I understand is that they are talking about some dark theme like hell and a lot of other weapons that used to punish people. You can see some chains, thorns, and the blueprint itself looks like some kind of a prison. By looking at this blueprint, that's what I understand. Unfortunately, this skin is not a reactive skin and is clearly not as long as the Mythic Oden Divine Smite. If you take a look at the gameplay, the first difference I notice is the Ironsight. Now normally they come up with different Ironsights for legendary blueprints, and that's the same story here. But if you recall the default Oden, it does have a ghost ring, and as a result in this legendary Oden, we have a little more than half the ghost ring, and this is clearly not enough for me, especially if you take a look at the Mythic Oden Divine Smite, which comes out with a red dot type of Ironsight. This is hilariously underwhelming. I am positive that you will agree with me. It's so funny that the Battle Pass Oden we got a long time ago actually has a much cleaner and better Ironsight than this legendary Ironsight. The kill effect is another thing that I am little confused about. It looks like a mini cage, maybe they are thorns, not 100% sure about it, but it clearly looks like the enemy is squeezed into it and ultimately killing it. It is clearly innovative and it matches with the theme of this legendary, and it is also very special that it does not have any colors or any effects that we normally see in legendary kill effects, which might be a problem for some people, but I think for a change it's fine. Since Oden is a fairly large gun, when you equip Camos, they look great. So let me show you some of the camos with this legendary Oden. And strangely, even some camos look better than the default version of this legendary Oden. Especially if you take seasonal camos like Blistering Magma. Clearly looks incredible with this blueprint because of the natural effects of this blueprint. And that's everything about the legendary Oden. If you talk about the character skin we're gonna get in this lucky draw, this is a character that a lot of people were waiting for. The Director Crown of Chaos skin. The skin looks sick, not going to lie about it, but it actually looked way better in the trailer than in actual gameplay. However, what I really like about this character skin is that his face is a mask, a gold mask that you cannot see emotions through it. And still in Call of Duty Mobile we cannot see any emotions from the character skin, so this is perfect, especially when you are doing an emote. The color combination is also very similar to the legendary Oden. We have some reddish gold, it's more like an evil gold, and some black. I also consider this skin as the boss skin, the main villain in season 9, and his thorny crown clearly proves it. He's like the king of chaos. That's actually a better name for him. So are you someone who would go for this lucky draw just for this character skin instead of legendary Oden? Let me know in the comments section. If you take a look at the other rewards in this lucky draw, first we have this Chaotic Thorns calling card with the director himself, a sick looking calling card for sure. Then we have this J358 Immortal Embers skin. I like the grip and all, but I don't like the barrel. It looks childish in my opinion. Overall pretty good skin. Then we have wingsuit, and this wingsuit will look great on the director skin. The Storm Ball actually is the best tactical equipment you can put in this lucky draw because it clearly looks like a trap, right? Perfect for the theme of this lucky draw. They have also put a katana in the lucky draw, maybe because it is sharp and like clawy. Another pretty good skin. There is also an emote called Dark Conjurer, and this emote actually looks like an emote that you would normally see in a mythic drop, so I'm really excited for it. It's an awesome emote. And I have seen some people when they first saw the trailer with this legendary Oden, they didn't know this is an Oden. They thought this is a legendary Koshka, and look, this is a Koshka guys. This is how a Koshka looks like. And I'm amazed by how good this Koshka skin actually looks with these textures. It almost looks like a legendary skin to me. The Chaotic Thorns avatar is actually animated and it looks sick. I never thought I would see such an amazing avatar in a lucky draw like this. So if you ask me if this Chaotic Thorns lucky draw is worth buying or not, for the sake of Oden, I don't think it's worth buying. It's a good looking Oden skin, but the Ironsight and all, I don't believe it is worth it. The character skin is fine, one of the best characters we see in this season. So if you really want the character skin, go for it. But if you do have the mythic Oden, there's no point of going for this draw. Literally. I would rather spend my money on the emote, the character skin, and the calling card too. The Koshka is pretty good too. Apart from that, I don't think spending that much amount of money on this legendary Oden is worth it. But that's just my idea. What do you guys think about this lucky draw and how many spins you're gonna try? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon. Watch my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.